Telangana Gramina Bank operates in the erstwhile 5 districts of Telangana. We have around 424 branches spread across these 5 districts, with our majority of the branches at the rural areas. Almost 85% of our branches are in rural areas, and we cater to the needs of the small farmers, the medium farmers, the women's groups, and the Mudra loans. We are very active in the rural area, and our customer connect is slightly high. We have around 40 lakh customers who are banking with us for their deposits, and around 8 lakh customers who have taken loans from us. If you look at the total business for TGB in 2021, despite the year being very challenging, we grew by about 15.63%, with deposits growing by 12.5% and advances growing by around 18.5%. This is really creditable because last year we had so many disruptions because of COVID. Our branches could not function normally, and most of our staff got affected. Despite all these odds, the staff of TGB have performed excellently well. They have again rededicated themselves to the cause of the poor farmers, the marginal farmers, the medium farmers. If you look at the profit of TGB, it has grown from 171 crores to 300 crores. A very healthy 70% growth we could achieve. This was largely because of our loan book, which was increasing steadily. This year, what we did in a departure from our traditional business, to diversify our business, we also got into gold loans and housing loans. Housing loans started off very well last year, but because of the non-registration, there was a lag for about 4 or 5 months. We realized that gold loan was one area where we can grow, and because of our change in business tactics, we grew almost about 80% in gold loan, which helped us to have a very healthy interest income. This year also we plan to grow by about 30-40% in both gold loan portfolio and the housing loan portfolio. If you look at the numbers of TGB, it has been quite good. Our deposits and advances grew very well. Our gold loan portfolio increased by about 455 crores last year. Like I told you, net profit has increased from 171 crores to close to 300 crores. Our business per employee, which talks about the productivity of each employee, has also gone up to 11.68 crores. If you look at the cost of deposit, which also gives us the leverage to price our loan products, it has come down from 5.45% to 5.16%. The net interest margin, which is normally the spread between the loans and advances, loans and deposits, has also grown up healthily to 4.06% over 3.70% last year. We did have a lot of NPA slipping last year, largely because of the Supreme Court order which prevented us from classifying any account as NPA. Till as late as March 2021, thereby a lot many accounts wherein SARFAESI could have been enacted, we could not do because of the Supreme Court order. So our NPA slipped last year from 176 crores, our NPA book is around 221 crores. And we are hopeful that this year it will come down to the base level that we had in 2019. If you look at the provision coverage ratio, it has gone up from 83% to 91%. The expenses ratio, what we call as the profitability ratio, the expenses ratio has also come down below 40% to 37.77%. The ROA, which denotes the profitability, has gone up to 1.94% from 1.36%. The ROE, what we call as the return on equity, stood at 29.74% as against 21.97%. All these numbers show a very healthy trend, and we are poised for a giant leap. If you look at the numbers of TGB vis-a-vis the Gramina banks across the country, we rank third in profits. Our bank is number 3 in profits, despite our branches being very less compared to the other banks across the country. If you look at the Gramina banks in Andhra Pradesh also, we stand second, both in terms of growth in business and also growth in profits. So we are also embarking this year to grow our book both in housing loans and also on MSME loans. We have realized that MSME offers a lot of scope for lending in Telangana, and we plan to probably capitalize on that. We are also recruiting lot many persons in the market, both directly as clerks, officers and direct scale 2s. These forces will come in the next 2-3 months, and then we'll be able to ramp up our staff. Thereby, we can give better service to our customers. Like you all know, we are owned by the central government, state government, and our sponsor bank, State Bank of India. We take their guidance through the board to see how we can probably improve or further our business to the best of the satisfaction of the public. Public has got a lot of affinity towards Grameen Bank because we are there for the last so many decades, and our dependability is quite high amongst them. All these things would not have been possible but for the excellent work done by the staff members of TGB. They have been contributing excellently well in the last 2-3 decades, and the last 2-3 years we have seen an exponential growth in the business of TGB. All this was possible because the staff believed in the philosophy of the bank. We have been conducting trainings, camps, motivational talks to all our staff members, and to also give them inputs so that the skills develop. So training has been a continuous process for TGB, and we will continue to do the same thing this year also. If you look at the loan book of TGB, almost around 88% of our loans are towards priority sector lending. These are largely to very small farmers. We give loans towards crops. We give term loans for buying equipment for agriculture, be it harvester, be it rotavator, be it pump lines. And when it comes to housing, we give loans for construction of houses. Gold loans also are given for consumption purposes. So we plan to expand our book and also dovetail our loan portfolio to the requirement of the public. Each year we come out with new products. Last year we came out with the Raitu Nestam, and then we also came out with COVID Nestam. These products were very well received by public, and our loan book has increased exponentially in these two sectors. All these things also add up to our profits. Yes, there has been some stress. This year also we had some disruptions right from April. Second phase of COVID has hit us very badly. Almost around 300 of our staff got affected because of COVID, and we also had a few fatalities. While our primary concern right now is to vaccinate all our staff at the cost of the bank, we have almost completed 75% vaccination to our staff. Probably by the end of 30th June, we plan to complete 100%, because we feel once our staff are vaccinated, then they can serve the public in a far better way, and also the feel-good factor goes up. Now, COVID has really hit us bad. In the first 2 months, if you see, the delinquency has been slightly high on the loan portfolio, which we are very sure once the Kharif season starts, once the monsoons start, we should be able to increase our loan book in agriculture. And if you see last year, despite the disruptions, despite the COVID pandemic, agriculture was less hit compared to other sectors. So this year also we presume that agriculture will be less hit compared to the other sectors. And since we are largely in the rural space, I don't see any reason why TGB should not grow its book. We also participate in all the government sponsored schemes, be it the central government, be it the state government. We actively participated in the PM Swanidhi, where we gave more than 50,000 loans to street vendors. And we also plan to give more this year. Our budgets are more for that area also. Our mainstay has been our lending to women folk, which we call as self-help groups. So that also has increased substantially over last year. Because of COVID, not many people are coming to the branches right now. Hopefully by July, things should come back to normal. This year, what we have done is, apart from our branch banking, we have also recruited more than 700 business correspondents. These business correspondents are closest to the village, so that a person need not come to the branch, need not walk to the branch. So we are strengthening this workforce also and asking them to do much more business than what they were doing last year. This helps both to the business correspondent and also to the bank. And the business of the bank increases, so bank's revenue also goes up. So this is a model that we are going to aggressively push this year. Hopefully by the end of next year, we should be having much more business correspondents. We plan to have at least 2 business correspondents for each branch, more so in the rural areas. We are embarking on that. It's a very ambitious project, and I am sure we should be able to do it by next year. This year, we would probably end up with a 375 crores profit, net profit this year. And our primary focus this time is to ensure that our staff remain healthy. Once our staff remains healthy, then business can automatically flow. So our first priority right now, in the first 3 months, the first quarter, is to vaccinate all our staff. Thereafter, probably we'll have some camps in seeing how we can vaccinate our business correspondents also. So that is a plan that we have. We also have a plan called the Mission 5 lakh. The Mission 5 lakh is to open 5 lakh new accounts in 21-22. Our CASA is around 38-39%. We probably want to take it to 40-41%. And the surest way to achieve these numbers are only by opening accounts. And our bank, TGB, has been in the forefront in technological products. We have received 2 prestigious awards from IBA last year for the best technology bank. So we want to leverage our strength in technology and ensure that we open more accounts digitally than a person coming to the branch to open an account. So these are all plans that we have for this year. Hopefully we should be able to achieve the mission 5 lakh by end of December itself. The numbers which we see coming in are very, very comfortable, and we hope these numbers will increase once the pandemic subsides. So these are some of the plans that we have for TGB this year. TGB is really well poised to take off. We are in the cusp of being the number 2 bank in the entire country, and I am sure with the dedicated staff that I have under me, we should be able to achieve that figure by 31st March 2022. Expansion plans, we don't plan to expand more in the brick and mortar types, but we want to expand through the BC model. Yes, wherever we have an unbanked area, we would like to open a brick and mortar branches, but our focus will be largely on the business correspondent model. We want to expand to this model so that the business correspondent is a mobile bank. We want to strengthen that so that he'll be able to perform far more better. So that is our focus this year.